Alright, so now I'm here with two of the other professional fighters under the Torakan. First of all, the assistant instructor for Torakan Dojo South, Mr. Anthony Sutherland. And one of our youngest fighters and most successful fighters, he won the Fight of the Night in Cup 04, Mr. Michael Youssef. Tony, let's start with you first. Please tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, how you got into martial arts and how you got to be a professional fighter with Torakan.
Okay, I started doing martial arts through my grandfather. He's a huge kung fu. He just loved them martial arts movies and videos, and he used to have like tons of videos and stuff. So as a kid I used to watch it and try to mimic it with partner from neighbor or whoever from the street and just kick the shit out of each other.
Right.
And from there some small certain aspects of my body started changing. I could do split something like normal, so
right.
I used to call like young Van Damme and stuff.
Right, so you had the natural ability to do it anyway, right?
Yeah. So after a while growing up I was struggling mentally about which art was the proper art to learn, because you know, as a young man you see Steven Scott doing this, Van Damme doing that, Bruce Lee doing that, so you just wanted to see which one is your idol to go after and see that how you can build yourself as that. So I started doing karate, shitoryu, did it for a while, then it wasn't feeling right to me, so I switched over into kickboxing. To go where's kickboxing school in Princeton. Keep going to that, and somebody come to me and asked me about mixed martial arts thing. I never know about it, so it was just a good time for me to try something new. So I went into the first ever mixed martial arts in Trinidad. Wasn't very big and legit, but
oh, you mean a professional fight?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to it, okay.
Yeah.
Amateur or professional?
I was pro.
Pro fight?
Yeah. Money sucked,
No money sucked.
Yeah, it was in Pleasantville Indoor Court. It was first ever.
Right.
Nobody even knew what the fuck they was doing.
Right. No, don't worry about it.
And got into that and fight this guy named Caleb Edwards. And I started off, it's like getting the butterflies, everything, but this gonna be a real fight. It's not gonna be no 3-point spine thing and karate, right, and stuff like that. So went into it. As the referee said fight, I hit him one leg kick to his base of his knee. And he fell. But at the same time as he fell, he shoot from my leg. So I was like, what are you doing?
Right.
He took me down and just mounted me. And for some strange reason, I just bucked just so.
Right.
Out of not knowing what I was, that's natural instinct. But I was in his guard, but his legs was around me, and I was just offloading punch while no training whatsoever. And the guy just spin wrong and hit me Juji Katami or Amba.
Okay.
And I was.
You were stunned by it because you didn't know what it was, right?
I didn't even know what it was. So.
Alright. So you never had any ground prior to
nothing.
To that.
Then
okay.
Right at the sideline, that this guy, he just teach judo. It's a form of water, version of the traditional jiu-jitsu in Japan. It's more friendly base for people who are not into coughing and kicking. It's not sporting wise.
Right. Okay. So Olympic style.
Yeah, it's Olympic style judo. And say, hey, you could come and try, because the fella, he is a judoka as well too, so that's why he played into his thing and he fell for it and hit your Juji Katan. So he's speaking that Japanese thing and everything. And I went in and never stopped. But at the same time, before that, I was into a lot of schools and things, with different dojos and things, getting kicked outside because I was just trying to look what suits me.
Right.
So I wasn't really going for the in-crowd thing like, we say, hey, do Muay Thai, because Tony chatting and or do this because that guy making it look like that. I was just, once it feels right within me, I stays with it.
Right.
So I was just in and out of dojo after dojos. We call the names and dojos, but just in and out of dojos. Then some other fights and keep on going and win 1 or 2 grappling tournaments and things and secure yourself.
So after that, so after you got into the Olympic style judo, you actually started to learn a bit of Naga, so a little bit of drop. Niwaza, sorry, and you started to get a little bit more comfortable on the ground, and you started to win a little bit of drop.
It wasn't full. It felt incomplete because I was the only one in my judo class who was trying to push the Niwaza.
Right.
Because most judokas is just about throwing because that's all the smallest.
Right. Okay.
They do ground moves, but not too much. The more emphasis about throwing for that import. And it had one tournament. I worked late, but our partner kept on. He was doing a kickboxing fight, and to support him, I went. So the owner of the fighting organization came and said, "Hey Tony, can I help out? Like this guy from up north, he just want to fight. It's a grappling tournament. I know you didn't come to fight, but let's help out." So that's alright. And it was Green Heights. The first time I ever saw him. The first time anybody ever saw him in the martial arts thing.
Right.
So when everybody was like, he was there in the beginning of the first time. No. Neither Adam the Silver. It was me, Philip Watts, 2 guys from different kickboxing organization, and that was it. It's only like a year after. So they came down after.
So what happened with the fight?
I end up losing
to
Dwayne.
Okay, right.
It's the first time I came across a wrestler. So.
Right. Well, I mean, Dwayne was probably the first wrestler to Trinidad.
So I came up. I was standing up as a judoka because that's what I started learning how to transfigure from stand up to butt.
Right.
So I stand up and he just shoot. It was fast. Boy, I just get taken down to my butt. He just creep up, and he just hit me on. I was like, hey, that was fast. After that, now I just like went to the village. Just Niwaza. One after the other. That's all of mine. And still was incomplete. Still the lessons was taught to me.
It's good.
People around me, which is good people, but I was searching for, I wasn't gaining. So there I called him and said, "Doing thing, spot me this stream." So Torakan dojo. Never even heard about the thing, and came up. It was a Saturday. I think that was the only members day.
Yeah. Open training.
Yeah, open training session, and came in. It's kind of still drunk too, because I had partied the night before, but I just got up and I was like, and I keep telling myself I'll come up the road. It's best I do it now than always keep telling myself I'll come. And went up there. I was done blown by how the dojo was set up, and I just like, shit. Just mats down, 6-foot bags, cross the lawn. And when I came out, it was Dwayne and Jivan was spine on the ground. Since I was just watching like,
with the drunk still.
goofy looking.
Right.
And it's a man I come on the floor thing, and started grappling. I think I was grappling Jivan first. I'm
not too sure that the only thing that I remember from that day was the footlock.
Yeah.
That was the only part I remember. But nevertheless, I was it. That's when you had first got met to Torakan and so on. What did you feel about Torakan after that? After you came there, after you trained, even though you caught your rival Dwayne in a footlock, what did you feel from the dojo after that? What was your experience?
Nothing came about as soon as possible because was just our next dojo at the time.
Right.
That's how I was always in a dojo, out that dojo, getting thrown out that dojo. Somebody asked me to come in a dojo, kick me out, because of how my mentality was.
Right.
And then after a while, keep coming to Torakan, and then he used to always be talking to me and showing me certain things, and like, Tony, hey, don't be bitching, put your foot down and go for that, and stuff like that. And then it used to be hard sometimes because I was the only sandal guy.
Right, yeah.
And plus I was traveling, I didn't have no vehicle.
Right,
I was
yeah. Use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And as after a while, as how they could say, well, I was a member, I wasn't really family as yet. Then you start pulling me in more, we start talking more on a more level, then everybody start gets it like gradually hugging me tight, and then it just like starts saying out like for dinners all kind of thing, and it just from there, and that's certain things I was going through my life that people from the dojo as well too, or I consider it's a help me out as well too. But I had certain times I was in a situation that couldn't even afford ramen.
Right.
Yeah, so I'll have like $40 now, right? I spend that $40. So come on, do it. It's up real many times. Mix concrete in the sun all day. We don't even buy no cornbread, nothing.
Right.
Yeah, so use that $40 only to come and train. Only. That's when I said let's go home. Never watch a Cricks bag and just lick the dust. And go back home and go and lie down and get back up in the morning to try to do the same thing again.
Right.
Borrow money to try to see, because it's not just the training was so good, but the people around me. It's like it was invoking me, like hey, I could make it, no matter how delusional my dreams look, because of how these people always put a hand over me. I think I could see it. Ride
That's
it.
awesome too.
Ride it.
Right.
And even if I get hurt from people who I train with, or I end up making a big mistake and hurting people I train with, they say I don't do it for spite, and I know they don't do things to me for spite. It happens sometimes, and
Well, as you rightfully said, yeah, it's a family.
it's a huge family, and it's only just about a year back I watched myself and I said, this is the place for you, because you've been in and out of dojo so much of places, even in boxing club, Cosmic Gym, boxing club, boxing gym in Marble Heights, been in there, out, all kind of places. There's only this place that actually feel wanted and actually feel that you're gonna grow. You understand? Things just from there, I just relax myself, put my life into my family.
That's great, man, Tony. Thanks for sharing that, man.